And this, my name is Sam, and this is an intermediate speaking and listening class on Verbling. Today we are going to watch a TED Talk and look at some new vocabulary and then discuss the talk. So it'll be a combination of speaking and listening. So if you have a ticket, you can come on in. I see some of you have reserved your seat, so come on in. You can get tickets up at the top. Click Get Tickets, and there's more information there. I would ask you to please download the document. It's in the class materials section, just so that you can follow along with what we're doing. And yeah, come on in. Hi again, guys.
By the way, what is that document about? So, what did you add into that document?
What do you mean?
You know, the documents that you said download them.
It's just one.
Just one, okay. Wait a second.
You don't see it?
No, just I'm asking, why do we need?
Oh, it's just to follow along. You don't have to have it.
Okay.
It just has the list of vocabulary and the questions and everything. So if you want to follow along, it's there. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hello. Ira, hi.
Sorry for yesterday, Sam. My internet dropped and then I can't manage to go into the Berlin website. It was impossible for me.
Oh, what? So your internet dropped and then you couldn't get back into class?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yesterday when we were playing the the game of the questions.
So did you lose your ticket? Like when you tried to join again, it wouldn't let you?
No, the problem is that I am a premium member, okay, but when my internet dropped, and then when I try to go over there, the Hangout doesn't work. I don't know why.
Oh, that's weird.
I have to write an email to the support people, and they finally managed to fix it.
Okay. I wonder if it was full.
Actually, it was full for a very long time.
I wonder if it's because it was full, Ida. I don't know.
No, because when it's full, it puts you. It is full.
It says full.
Yeah, but it doesn't put me anything. I don't know.
Oh, it's weird. Okay, well, yeah, send them an email and let me know if it gets sorted out. Otherwise, I can talk to Michael and get you a ticket or whatever.
Okay, don't worry.
All right, but you're a premium member, so you have tickets. It's just a matter of wondering what happened. I don't know, but hopefully they can sort it out. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
I've met most of you. Is it Biljana?
Biljana.
Biljana. Where are you from, Biljana?
I'm from Serbia.
Ah, cool. I don't think I've met you before, so it's nice to see you.
I'm first time with you.
Yeah, cool. And who else is here? Shinobu? Did I say it right? Oh, I can't hear you. Can you click your microphone? Up at the top. Over here. I see it. You're trying, but I don't know. Let me know when it's working. Just try to speak, and I'll tell you if we hear you. And hi to everybody else from last class. So, like I said, we're going to be watching a TED Talk and discussing it. So the first thing I want to do is take a look at the title and guess what it's about. Here's the title. Oh, it's muting me. The Tribes We Lead. The Tribes We Lead. What do you think this TED Talk might be about? Just based on the title.
This time it's obvious. Kind of obvious.
Is it?
No.
It's obvious?
No, it's not. I guess maybe it's trying to say, like, you know, some particular brands have loyal customers like Apple's users or Harley Davidson or a few other brands, and they have loyal people, and they're leading them. But I'm not sure. I haven't listened yet.
Okay. Any other ideas about what this TED Talk might be about before we start?
I have seen just the first 6 minutes of the video you have done, and I don't know. I guess it might be something related with the masters of the world that try to manipulate the population or something like that.
Good. Yeah, that's getting closer to kind of what he's talking about, and we'll see when we watch it.
Okay.
Did anybody watch this video already? The whole thing? No. That's okay. I suggested doing that if you want to see the whole thing because it's too long to watch in class, so we're only going to watch a part of it. But before we get to watching it, I want to go over some vocabulary. So these are some words that will come up in the talk, okay? One is status quo. Status quo. What does this mean?
Means the contemporary situation.
Yes? The norm.
Yes. Yeah.
The status quo means the norm in society, the kind of the level or the ideas that most people in society stick to, the standard, the norm, okay? And then something itching to be changed. It's an expression. So no, it doesn't mean like itchy, like your skin is itchy. No, it means something different. Something is itching to be changed, or itching to be anything.
Dying to?
Sorry?
Like dying to. I'm dying to change.
Yeah, like dying to. It's really eager to change. It really wants to change. It's itching to change. You can be itching to do anything. I could say, oh, I'm really itching to cook tonight. I can't wait. Okay? Or I'm itching to see that new Fast and Furious movie. Or something.
Is like willing?
Yeah, it means you're dying to do something. You just can't wait.
Yeah.
You're not itching your skin. Then you just look crazy. Oh, I can't wait to see that movie. What's wrong with you? Okay, so it's a different phrase. Okay, what does this word mean? Testify.
Like in the courtroom, you're testifying, saying, trying to prove something? I don't know.
Yes.
In courtroom.
Yes. Okay. If you are testifying, you're not trying to prove something. What is the person doing? Ida?
No. A witness is just telling what he or he had seen or
Yes,
had.
exactly. When you testify, you tell your experience. What did you see? How were you part of this? When you're testifying, you're telling your experience. So that's when the person is sitting on the stand, and there's lawyers down here, right? Like you're up here sitting on the stand, the judge is here, then you've got the lawyers and the crowd and everything. If you're the one on the stand, you are in the position to testify. Okay? Deficit.
Not enough, or something.
Yes. Not enough. A gap.
Weakness, maybe. Not exactly weakness, but something is missing.
Yeah, let me see if I can, I had an example. Deficit. An excessive, let me see. The amount by which something is too small, a sum of money is too small. A shortage. A shortage is a deficit. Yeah, like a budget deficit means you don't have enough money. You have a shortage of something. So it's like a gap. Something is missing or you don't have enough. You have a deficit. What does the word glorified mean? Glorified.
Glory like. Like actors have glory.
Yes. So if I said
You put something on top with your opinion, something like that.
right. So you could say that I'm trying to think of an example, that somebody is like a glorified actor. Like, for example, a kid actor, if they were a glorified actor, it means that they aren't really that good at what they're doing. But you're calling them a glorified actor. So, for example, exaggerated, yeah, kind of exaggerated. Represented in such a way, this is a good way to put it. Represented in such a way to appear more elevated or special or better than you actually are. You might say, I'm a glorified teacher. Hopefully you don't think that, right? So you're saying like, oh, okay, you're saying that they think they're better than they are, or they're acting like they're something more than what they are, okay? What about the word implemented? Implemented.
It's easy to show, like, implementing something. Yeah, there's something and you're implementing it.
Okay. Putting something into place, into action.
Into order.
Yeah, into order. You create something and then you implement the change. You make it happen. Okay.
Implement some measures or some rules.
Yep, you can implement measures, implement rules, implement change. Okay. You put a change or an agreement, a decision, you put it into effect. You make it happen. That's implementing something.
Implement some plan, what you have.
Yeah, implementing a plan is a common way that it's used. A plan, a decision, a change. What does the word sufficient mean?
Enough.
Enough. Okay, we've got that one. Sufficient means enough. What does juxtaposition mean?
Incongruence. There's something doesn't fit in the situation or like that. For example, in the in a very gloomy environments, you call it cloud. Doesn't fit.
Okay, so in simple terms, juxtaposition means putting two things beside one another. Okay, the juxtapositioning is actually putting two things, two ideas, two concepts beside one another, and generally maybe they don't fit, or they're a little bit strange, or because they're beside each other, something new is happening. But the word juxtaposition means that two things are being put beside each other. And usually it causes some sort of reaction. So, for example, let's see. What was your example with the sun, Firkin? Oh, we lost Firkin. Are you guys, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
For example, I could say, I'm trying to find something on my table. Like, okay, here we go. I've got two devices. Put them beside each other. I'm juxtapositioning this Apple device next to this Windows device, and this juxtaposition demonstrates how many people have multiple technologies in their home or something. Okay? So putting two things beside each other that maybe don't match. And there's some sort of change or effect that comes from that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Peon.
No idea.
Also, it's sometimes pronounced as a pawn.
No.
Does anybody here play chess?
Yeah. Oh, peon. You know, the pieces in front of that, 16 pieces. Is that?
Okay. Does everybody know what a chessboard looks like?
Yes. White
Okay.
and black.
Let me show you.
Yeah, they usually sacrifice them.
Right. Chessboard. Here it is. These guys are our peons or our pawns. The first row. Okay?
Oh.
Now, we use it when we're talking about chess. You also use it just in language when you're talking about kind of the sacrifice, the people that are sacrificed for the greater good, the pawns, people that you're kind of using, climbing over to get to the top. Okay?
Exploiting them.
Exploiting them. Using them. Exploitation. Usually there are pawns or peons involved in this sort of thing. What does the word hypnotize mean?
I like this.
You are getting very sleepy. And you goes off, and then you're under hypnosis, and you've been hypnotized. Okay. Okay, that's it for vocabulary. So those are all some words that you will hear in this talk when we're watching it. So it's good to kind of know. Pronounced pawn is peon, yeah. Kalani, it's pronounced both ways. And I said it both ways because they pronounce it peon in this video. You'll hear him say it. I think it's more common to pronounce it pawn, but just there it is. Okay, so when we're watching the video, I want you to what do you think of this presentation? Do you like it? Is it good? Is it bad? How would you describe it? And what do you think of the main idea? So we'll be watching it, then we will discuss kind of what we think of the presentation, and then we'll discuss the content a little bit. I've got some questions for us to look at, okay? So I'm going to put it into the YouTube tab. YouTube. Here it is.
We are going to see the whole video.
No, it's too long. It's 17 minutes long. We're going to watch just about the first 10, the first 9 or 10. I'll pause it when we're finished. I'll give you the link. There's the link. So you can choose. You can either watch it in the Hangout, or if it's slow for you, you can watch it outside. Just mute yourself so we don't all hear each other. Okay? So we'll watch it, and then we'll reconvene after 10 minutes and talk about it. Okay?
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna stop it there. Is everybody with us? Everyone's back.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, before we get into some of the questions that I've come up with, I'd like to hear your opinions. So, did you like this presentation? Do you like his ideas? What do you think? Just your first impression after watching it. Ida.
Well, I really want to finish. Of course, I will do it when the class finishes to finish the video. But I really like the idea because I am guessing what he's talking about, and I think he's completely correct. I like it.
Great. Yeah, I know, and it's so hard. I wish it was shorter so we could see the whole thing. And please, please watch the end because it's really interesting.
Yes, yes, yes. I will
But
do it.
otherwise, we'll just be sitting here watching a video for another 10 minutes, and you guys will be like, "Come on, like, can we talk?" But yeah, it's really good. So, Ida, if you had to give it a rating out of 5 stars, so 5 is amazing, 1 is terrible. How would you rate this presentation?
From 1 to 5?
Yeah, you can use 0.5 if you need to.
No, okay. I suppose that a 4. Because
Okay.
I want to finish. If I had finished seeing it, I will give maybe a 5 or a 1. I don't know. But at this point, at this moment, I will give it a 4.
Okay, cool. Alpha, you're microphoneless, but if you want, you can type a couple sentences there to tell us what you thought, okay? Annabelle.
Yeah, I'm here.
Annabelle, how do I pronounce your name?
It's okay. Aníbal
Aníbal?
is actually it's
Okay.
Spanish, but
Annabelle.
everyone says Aníbal, so it's okay.
Cool. So what did you think?
It's an excellent video. I mean, sorry, I'm doing different things at the same time. Sorry.
It's okay.
No, it's interesting because he's talking about that when I'm not sure the main idea, because maybe he says something at the end as a conclusion or something, but I think he's talking about maybe when we create the product or something, we don't need to create it thinking about for everyone or for all the world. We just need to convince a small group, and then if we have the believers, I think that's the word he used. That
True
small
fans,
group
he said,
will,
true fans.
okay, yeah, true fans. If we convince them, then the others will, they will convince the others. I mean, we just need a small group, and then the rest will happen eventually.
Yeah, exactly. So do you agree with kind of most of what he was saying? You would say you agree?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's the way there are like tribes that they connect each other, the small groups, and then when you're trying to create something, you need to create those small groups. We need to hear the conclusion of the video to really know, but yeah, it's an interesting talk.
So just so you guys know, after class, I'm going to post on Facebook. So if you do watch the end of the video and you have anything you want to say, you can comment there, because I'll probably say something. But it'll be on my Facebook page, so you can check that out after. So Annabelle, out of 5 stars, how would you rate this presentation?
It called my attention, of course, so I'll say 5.
Great. Okay. Cool. Biana?
Hey.
Hey.
I think it seems like some seminar and he encouraged people to want to change the world and to realize ideas. but I never like when people act like uniform people. I don't know if I
I know
can.
what you're saying.
Like going from factory, same and same and same. I like when people have own opinion.
Okay.
And this seminar, I was on a couple seminar, and this seminar who last 5 or 10 hours make you to think like a man who talk you about that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
Okay.
When past time you realize that you don't want that. Example, maybe you want, but sometimes you don't want that, and after seminar you want that so hardly, and I don't like that.
So do you feel like he's pushing his ideas on us too much? Like he's...
Yes, and
Okay.
he do that on great way. It is funny and it is so nice, and people accept that because of that.
Right. So you could say he's being very persuasive.
Yes.
Right? And he's using his humor, right?
Yes.
To persuade us to think a certain way.
He have good humor. I laughed all the time when I watch.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yes.
This one. Okay, good. So Biana, what would you give this presentation out of 5 stars?
Presentation have 5 stars from me, but I don't like what presentation doing.
Right. I see what you're saying. It's a good point. Okay. Thanks, Biana. Igor, what did you think?
Yeah, I understood from this presentation, but I didn't understand all the main idea. But the idea was that from what I understood, that the old models of production and of marketing doesn't work. So companies and I don't know. The main idea that companies should try to promote their good things in our way than before. Do not do mass marketing as publicity on TV or on internet or on the radio, but to do I don't know, to target some consumers or something like that. But I didn't understood, and why would work this better than old model? I didn't heard this idea from. He said that that idea is old. That when you try to produce more things and with cheaper labor, and also when you promote these things to all from top to down. Yeah, he shows on the graphic. It's kind of it's not actual at the moment. It's something old, but I didn't understand why his idea with tribes would work better. Okay. Maybe he said, but I didn't hear because for me it's not really easy to understand all kind of things. But I know him from that he's a marketing guru, and he is very famous in his domain of work because I learned from his books, and I read, I think, one book of him 2 years ago. He was very popular, at least 3 years ago. Now I do not know because I didn't read.
Right.
But I didn't understand the idea of on Jewish bride, Jewish when two people marry. What is? Yes.
The what? Sorry, that people make?
Wedding. Yeah, the wedding, Jewish wedding. That
the Jewish wedding.
Yeah, he gave an example of bulb, and is something new, and how he connected with after what? Right. Why he showed this? I didn't catch. Okay. Can you explain me?
Yeah. So that was one of my discussion questions. Why did he smash a light bulb? So he said, if you've ever been to a Jewish wedding, this is what they do. They put a light bulb in a bag and they step on it and smash it. And he said that there are all sorts of different reasons for this. But what was the main reason? Did anybody catch it?
Crush problem and go with your idea.
Right. So he was trying to say that it indicates change.
Yeah.
That it indicates a massive change, a shift from one moment to another. The moment you step on the light bulb, it's symbolic of the change of going from being single to married in this case. But he's using it as a metaphor for the importance and necessity of change.
So he means that now is time of change, and he gives new idea of change, I think, yeah?
Right.
Or this is the idea?
Right, yeah.
Okay, now I understand what he means.
So he was using it as a metaphor, yeah. So Igor, kind of overall, what would you give this talk if you had to rate it out of 5?
From his experience, as I know his works, and he many cite. Do you know sentences that are very famous sentences? What are they? Famous sentences.
Seth Gordin?
No. For example, someone say something, and after that, people know.
His quotes.
From his quotes, I know he has many quotes.
Right.
And from his experience, I give him in credit 5. But
Okay,
I didn't understand. But if I will look again this video and full video, I give 5, I think, again.
Also, what might help you guys too is this is a TED Talk. So if you go to the TED website, you can see the video transcript. Here it is. If you go to that website, you can click View Transcript, and you can see it in English or probably your native language. There's a big list of languages. So if there are certain things that you didn't quite understand, you can always go back and look at the transcript.
Yeah, so I have seen it in Spanish.
Yeah, it can be helpful sometimes just to really grasp what he's saying, right? So if you're interested, then I would recommend that. Watch it again and maybe follow along with the words as you watch it. So it can be helpful. Cool. Okay, Furkan, what did you think, Furkan?
5 points, absolutely.
Okay.
He didn't even hesitate when he was talking. He was so fluent, and when he's talking, always in the meantime was showing some pictures which were really related to topic, and also was cracking you up with that pictures, and he didn't even laugh at things. In my opinion, also, I didn't know they were using doctors to promote cigarettes and babies for cola, Coke, or other stuff, since it was censored in that country. And also, as far as I understand, the main point is you have to find people that you really need to get. There will be hundreds of thousands of people around there, and if you try to get all of them, you cannot do that, because even if you succeeded it, after a fail, most of them will leave. So you need just a sufficient and trustworthy group, and they will find another people, and they will find another, and it will create links and links and links, and it will bring success.
Mm-hmm. And the chart that he shows us towards the end of that 10 minutes is useful for a visual, right? Where he's showing the web, and then this node in the web goes like this, and then this node goes like this, and that's really how it works. It's nice to have the visual and to see the web, right? Cool.
Real believers.
I think you made a good point about the presentation style. I love how he was able to incorporate all those pictures and still just speak and speak, and he didn't even.
It's a remote control, click and go on.
Yeah, he was just going and going, and it was really funny. A lot of the pictures were actually hilarious. I don't know. It went really quickly, but Furkan's talking about using babies in ads, and that baby in the Coca-Cola ad, and then there was also the juxtaposition. This is where that word came in, of the two ads, right? One was talking about obesity, and the other one was a girl going on a McDonald's shopping spree.
Yeah.
And there's humor in that juxtaposition, right? There's humor in how those two pictures are beside each other. So he was showing some humorous pictures, like the firemen with the house on fire. Yeah, that was hilarious, right? So he's incorporating humor, but he was still at the same time, making a really good point. So Yeah, good points, Virgin. Rodolfo.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
What did you think?
um, I would give him 4 stars.
Okay.
I like the presentation, but well, I like that he put a lot of humor in his presentation, and it was very funny. But as Biliana, is that
Yes,
her name?
yes, yes.
Okay. As Biliana and Igor said, okay. As Biliana and Igor said, I think at some point the presentation became very, well, a little bit confusing.
Okay.
I was trying to get the main idea, and I think the presenter was wandering a little bit between all the topics he wanted to explain, and also with the jokes. And well, for me it was a bit confusing, but well, I think he could have um, uh, get get more straight to the point he was wanting to explain.
Right. So he maybe could have structured it a little bit more. He was bouncing around too much. This and that and that and that and that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I get overexcited because sometimes when you're really anxious to make your point, you keep using different examples and jumping around.
Yeah, that is good way to put fast pictures to people.
Right. So maybe it was a little bit hard to follow at times.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe it's this tactic, trying to confuse you with all of these ideas, and you're trying to think one and another one comes in. I don't know, because it does that.
Throwing ideas at you from all different directions, right?
Also,
like, take it. Right.
Also, I was a little bit distracted by all the images he was showing to the audience, and while I was reading or seeing the images, he was talking, and I how can I say that? Yeah, it was a bit hard for me.
Right. So you were trying to read the text in some of the pictures, but he was moving along already.
Yes.
Yeah. That's just a challenge with this. This is a challenging video. I want you guys to know that, first of all. It's challenging. He's speaking very quickly. And if you guys understood the gist of it, which it seems like you all did, that's amazing. It's really tough. He's speaking very quickly. And like what you're saying, Rodolfo, he's asking you to read and listen at the same time, and then the picture is only shown for 10 seconds. Five. And then it's taken away, and there's another one. So he's really challenging you a lot with this. And I think Firkins made a good point that maybe that's part of his tactic, right? He wants to hammer all of these ideas at you, and he wants you to just kind of try to soak everything in and be overwhelmed almost, and believe him, yeah.
Hypnotizing.
Yeah, he's hypnotizing you, and then he talks about hypnosis, but really, he's hypnotizing you, right?
I read somewhere in psychology. I read that when you see short time some picture, you have that in mind longer than you see picture long time.
I've read that as well. It's something that they think about in advertising too, like in magazines.
Yes.
They keep in mind that people just flip through the pages quickly, but they try to make their ads really stand out so they stick in your brain somehow.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, Goliath's right. Well said. It's true. I remember having read that as well. So, do you think he was thinking about this?
Maybe.
Maybe he's just that good that he planned it out. He was like, if I only show them these images for 5 seconds, it will be stuck in their subconscious, right?
No.
You never know. I don't know if he thought that.
Well, he's a marketing guru or something.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he knows that.
I'm sure he does. Yeah.
It was a good plan.
Oh, I don't know how to pronounce your name. It's in Arabic, I think. Beside me, your camera is open.
Amwara, yes. I looked his G Plus
Amor?
account. Amwara.
Amor, can you hear me? No, maybe not. Okay, visual memory. Goliath? So
Hello.
I know you came in a bit late.
Yeah,
But-
I came here late. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you kind of following what we're on?
Well, I read an overall topic. It's about don't know, advertising, something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and how to it's it's association or something.
Right. So the main idea that he got to at the end of the 10 minutes that we saw was that in order to successfully lead or build an idea, you need groups of true followers, like 1,000, for example, true followers who spread the idea, and then another group out of there continues to spread the idea, and it spreads and spreads like this. He's talking about leadership towards the end of the talk.
So it's like a pyramid, and or a web, yeah, and you spread it with a group. Another group will one will talk to two to talk to four.
The domino effect.
Yeah, domino effect. Yeah.
I mentioned this another time, but the domino effect, where you have your dominoes, someone knocks one over, and then they all knock, 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 knock,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
It works
It's
with
like
ideas.
that stupid game. You to earn money, you have to contact one, and he gave you $10, and the other gave and you will earn money. You know that game before? It was a really silly one, and it was well spread once.
Is it a game show?
Yeah, not a game. It's like to earn money. You contact someone, you give you money, and the other contact another one, and it's like it's spreading. It will gain money and without doing anything. It's the same system.
Yeah,
I don't know
same
if you heard
idea.
about it. Yeah, it's like information. This time is using information or advertisement. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, here's a discussion question just quickly. Did anybody know about this SPCA thing?
Dog and chat.
What is the SPCA, first of all? What is that organization?
Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals.
Good, perfect. And what did he just tell us about the SPCA?
Well, I got two guys or one man. I'm not sure about the number of the guys, but in San Francisco, governments or municipality were killing animals who were on the street, and these guys found that company to create a non-killing city, and they succeeded.
So whoever would have thought that that's what the SPCA began as? I had no idea. That was surprising. Just surprising fact I wanted to point out. Why does he refer to a mouse trap? It was really quick, and he just flashed the image at us. But it's an important thing that he's referring to. So what was with the mouse trap? Did you catch it? Or if you don't know, can you guess?
I have better thing who take the mass of people. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's when you. I'm not sure. Remember, but when you have an idea, and you have to. He was talking about creating things, having good ideas. For example, a guy that has a better mouse trap or something. He showed an image, but I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I think that it's a sort of driving the society or people you want to a concrete point, to a concrete place you want. That concrete place is or it's supposed to be the trap.
Yeah.
So it's enough to drive in.
Good. Yeah.
He's to that point.
Yeah, he's talking about marketing, right? Just luring people in, luring them into the mousetrap, trapping the peons in the mousetrap. This is what he's talking about, right? And then once you have a big group of people in your mousetrap, within that mousetrap, you want, within that group, you want some true followers to emerge, and then it goes from there, right? What else? I've got some other questions.
And people like that, but never, nobody think that they mouse too in that trap.
Exactly. No one wants to admit that they are the mouse.
Yes.
Right?
Presentation.
We are all mice, I think, in this presentation, right? We're all listening, and now we're discussing his ideas, and maybe among us, a true follower will emerge, right? So, okay, we don't have much time, so I'm just trying to pick the best question. I don't know. Let's talk about tribes. So he mentions tribes, right? These groups of people who are followers are tribes. And within those tribes, more people emerge. So would you guys consider yourselves to be a part of any tribe? Do you think that you're a mouse in any way?
I think I'm a lion. I should lead those tribes.
Okay, so you think of, now this is getting into something else another time we talked about the difference between a leader and a follower. Okay, and we're coming back to this idea. So the followers are the mice, right? And I guess we could say the leaders are lions, since that's the word you used, okay? So are you a mouse or a lion? And do you have any real life experience to support that? So
I already answered. I don't like to follow anyone or any idea. I like to follow my conviction. And because there is a problem, there is sects, I don't know what you call it, they committed the suicide, something like that. They spread bad ideas, something like a faith or convictions, bad conviction. I like to be sure of what I'm following or what I'm. So I don't like to follow like that. There's people blindly follow leaders.
Yes.
And I don't like. So I have to be sure, and I follow my conviction. That's my character.
I think there's another perspective on that thing. For example, sometimes you don't notice that you are a member of a tribe. For example, there are a lot of things on the market. For example, same thing, just different brands, but you are particularly selecting brands. Maybe you don't have any reason for that, but maybe you have. But you are a member of that tribe. For example, imagine that you bought a computer from a company, then you are waiting the next computers of that company, not the other ones, and you are a member of that tribe eventually.
Okay.
Samantha, I have a question. Have you heard about the Thrive Association, something like a tribe, and they have an organization? You check this in YouTube later. It's they have I don't know, a theory about life, and they are well spread in these days. They have a site and they have a YouTube documentary. Thrive.
Thrive. Like this? Okay.
Yeah, all the universe organized, and there is no coincidence in it. That's why I mentioned this, this association.
I'll take a look. Ida, can you explain what you've typed?
Yes. I think that it's not just about following some ideas of leadership. It's that sometimes they try, or in fact they succeed in creating new supposed needs to us. For example, I'm going to explain the mobile phone or the computer or the internet. Maybe for these days we consider having internet or having a mobile phone as something almost essential. So we can imagine our lives without the internet, without our mobile phone. So it's like they try to convince us that we need that we really need that thing. So I think that all of us, we are, in some sense, we are mouses.
Mice.
Sorry. Maybe not in ideas, or because you can have your own ideas and don't follow the other ones, but in this kind of things, we are all mice.
Isn't it impossible not to be a mouse nowadays?
Yeah.
Well, it's very difficult. It's not impossible, but really, really difficult.
In some way.
If you live in
I think
forest
people-
alone, then you can be.
If you, Bianca's got it. If you just live in the forest by yourself.
I want to tell something. There's people living in empty space or empty feeling, so they won't feel this by following an idea or something like that. It's psychological issue. They follow to fill their lives with something interesting.
Right.
So they just follow. Yeah.
Yes, you have right. And people who go on seminar, they go with some reason. They don't have job and they need something better. And people who is leader on that seminar know that, and they have story for that people. Good story.
Definitely. Okay, we're out of time. Does anybody have any final thoughts they're just itching to share before we...
I have one.
Okay, Fergan?
I think it's cruel to say the followers are just empty feelings or some kind of like that, because those followers are following you because you have an idea that interests them, they believe them, and they believe that they'll succeed.
Yes, I like it. Okay, cool. I encourage you guys to finish the video, and we'll talk about it on my Facebook if you do finish it. Otherwise, I'm teaching tomorrow, so hopefully I'll see you then.
Can you do me a favor? Say hi to Paris for me, please.
Hi, Paris.
Okay, thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.